only costs $140 to get
this is
married.
what
Right?
I'm saying. So let's just say, and it's cool. Listen to what I'm saying, fellas. I'm not gonna argue with y'all because I'm not the one fucking y'all, right? It's your girl that got to convince you to marry her. Right, so just say you don't believe in marriage. That's cool. That's copacetic.
Jay, the problem.
That's copacetic. But don't try to make marriage disingenuous because you don't believe in it. You just don't believe in it, and that's cool. That's copacetic.
Let me ask you this though. Hold on, y'all.
If you met a woman that was everything that Ricky said, if you met a woman that fell in your frame, that you knew was with you, was faithful, she was fit, she met all the F's, she was everything that you asked for. Everything. It's like, damn, this woman is heaven sent. She ain't no hoe, low body count, all the things that you would want in a woman. Ricky said, well, why won't you said I'll just make her my girlfriend. And I go back to my original answer. Your mentality and her mentality is going to be different.
Put every single dude in the chat and on the panel together versus every married dude. We make more money than you. 80% of Fortune 500 of CEOs are married. My car insurance is cheaper than yours. My health insurance is cheaper than yours. I get chosen for management positions over you. My kids get treated better in school. Did y'all know that? They treat kids that come from single parent homes like shit, and they put them as high risk in the system. Did y'all know that? So like this, y'all got to sell me on the single life. All right, I got a lower chance of getting STDs. I get better health. My health is maintained because my wife cooks. And I don't eat out every day. Like, y'all want me to keep going? Like, what?
I'm saying
I thought that was all common knowledge.
Why do we have to sign the contract? Why can't we just
Obviously,
do it together without the contract? That's all I'm saying.
See,
so again, why do you fear the contract?
That's the example. That's the reason
why do you fear the contract?
Because once their mind is already set, it becomes a disingenuous conversation. You just said what you said, Trigger Mike. And young Jay just said why we got to sign the contract, which means Jay don't give a fuck about what you just said, bro. He's not even open to hearing what you're saying, which is fine, Jay. I'm not.
No, that's not fair. See,
that's not fair. Everything he just
said, it is. Look, you can't come into the deal closed-minded, Shannon. You can't come in.
Half of those benefits were for children. Half of those benefits were half of those benefits don't even involve the married parties. He talked about children.
Benefits that Trigger Mike told. All those benefits, my health insurance, my this, that, so on and so forth. All these things, Jay Stans is simply saying, I can do that with my common law girlfriend.
And we saying, nigga, go do it. We don't give a fuck.
No, I get it, but for conversation's sake, Jay is saying, what would be the difference in the kids at school won't know that I'm not fucking the husband. The kids at school won't know.
Somebody, hold on. Somebody in the chat. Somebody in the chat said something very. Hold on, fellas. Somebody in the chat said something very profound. Why the fuck you asking me? You ain't marrying me. Yo, the girl's supposed to be selling this shit to y'all.
Also, my quick question is that you said, why do you have to sign a contract? This is why I keep saying everything is done out of fear. Why are you afraid to sign a contract?
Okay.
I know it's out of fear.
Is there a thing called don't lie? Is there a thing called no fault divorce? Do everybody divorce?
That's what I'm trying to
do. Everybody
You're afraid of no fault divorce.
Contract is handcuffed.
Hold on.
The truth is,
you think it's fear? It has nothing to do with fear.
No. The truth is, y'all asking us again. The truth is, and I told y'all. I just said. Somebody said. When I said earlier, you leave people because you don't see the value in them. The truth is, y'all don't see the value in marriage in the women.
Talking about leaving people.
Chill out, Clout, and let me finish. God damn it. Right? What I'm saying is this. Y'all don't see, and I understand y'all plight, right? Is that y'all don't see the value in marriage from the women y'all have to choose.
No. Oh, my God, bro.
Right?
That's not true.
You arguing points I'm not making, bro.
So again, like I said, if you found a girl, right? This is totally hypothetical. Totally hypothetical. If you found a girl that fell into your frame, that was in where you need to be in your looks, right? She did what she's fertile, right? She's gonna do what you ask, how she asks it. And she has the values. You've established this, that it's a very good chance that she would never leave you. What would you do?
I'm gonna make her my girlfriend. Why am I going to do this extravagant wedding? It's a why? It's the same thing.
You do know it only costs $140 to get married.
What I'm saying. So let's just say, and it's cool. Listen to what I'm saying, fellas. I'm not gonna argue with y'all because I'm not the one fucking y'all, right? It's your girl that got to convince you to marry her. Right, so just say you don't believe in marriage. That's cool. That's copacetic.
Jay, the problem.
That's copacetic. Jay, but don't try to make marriage disingenuous because you don't believe in it. You just don't believe in it, and that's cool. That's copacetic.
Let me ask you this, though.
Hold on, y'all. If you met a woman that was everything that Ricky said, if you met a woman that fell in your frame, that you knew was with you, was faithful, she was fit, she met all the F's, she was everything that you asked for. Everything. It's like, damn, this woman is heaven sent. She ain't no hoe, low body count. All the things that you would want in a woman. Ricky said, well, why won't you? You said, I'll just make her my girlfriend. And I go back to my original answer. Your mentality and her mentality is going to be different. Even though she's perfect for you, you're going to move different, Jay, with her than you would if you were to actually make a commitment to her. Remember, girlfriend and boyfriend ain't no commitment. That's just an agreement. A marriage is a commitment.
It's a tryout.
A boyfriend, girlfriend is an agreement. Because you have now made a commitment like a woman would at a job, or you would by going to a college or taking a position somewhere or having a child or buying a house and signing signing a fucking mortgage. When you make a commitment, you move different, Jay Stanza. Trust me, you do. I'm telling you, brother. It's different than making an agreement with somebody. Hey, you know what? You're everything I love in a woman. You make all my fucking expectations.
I promise I'll be with you.
All the boxes. I just want to hang out with you for the rest of my life until I get old. You're gonna move different, bro.
So relationships are not a commitment unless it's a marriage. Relationships are not a commitment.
Hold on, Trick. Let me get Luis in there. Go ahead, Luis.
Yeah. It seems like, gentlemen, y'all kind of, I don't know if you're realizing, you're kind of arguing about the women that you're choosing, you know what I'm saying, not being someone valid that you're going to marry or even have for the long haul. But, I mean, that's not the here or there. But I will say this. I find it interesting when we have these conversations, we tend to kind of pivot and use celebrities or use ball players or use people who tend to be in a higher status or higher socioeconomic bracket to kind of define what relationships are and what marriages are supposed to look like. It's like some of us have forgotten what people in our own neighborhoods used to look like. You know, Mr. Rogers, who lived down the street, who worked the post office for 25 years, who was married, who had 2 kids, who put him through college, who was, you know, part of the community, who volunteered on the weekend, or Mr. Jones, who worked the rail yard, who'd been married and had 1 child and, you know, used to come over for Sunday dinners. Like, we act like these people actually didn't have this thing figured out and they weren't in proximity to us. It seems like we find that those people who had these regular lives or relationships, who led a family and who had children, who put them through school, college, etc., right, who were part of their community, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people seem to be under the radar compared to these very high profile, high status, very complex relationships that have a lot to do with a lot more money. Because this is the thing about it. People who make over $250,000, their divorce rate is much lower than those who make a lot. Falls right through the floor compared to those who make less in a certain.
Because it costs them more to divorce. They have more to lose.
Hold on. People with more money have more reasons to stay together. And that's something that we have to come to understand. And sort of those people that I just juxtaposed, that we kind of grew up in the neighborhood and stuff like that, those sort of community spaces, the reason they stay together is because they fought for something that was much greater than money. They fought for community. They fought for family. They fought for something that was going to last longer than them and also set the example and a paradigm for the next generation to come. And I think that that's the part that's overlooked at.
Also, Luis, he asked a question. He asked this question in the chat, Cloud. You said, why sign the contract? My question to you is, why don't you want to sign the contract? Because I can't tell you why to do something if I don't know why you don't want to do something.
Oh, I can answer that question.
Okay.
For me particularly, the reason why I don't want to sign the contract, and I believe the reason why a lot of men, especially younger men, are against signing the contract, is that there fails to be a clear distinction between the benefits of signing the contract versus the benefits of not signing the contract. A lot of men have come to a point in society now where we're finding where we can enjoy or have very similar connections, very similar levels of love, very strong commitments, very strong relationships that are just as deep, without also including the risk that comes with marriage. So when you just go based off of a logical decision, right?
You don't want the commitment.
Hold on, pause, bro, pause. When it comes to making a logical decision, most people are gonna choose something that has lower risk over higher risk when they have similar outcomes. So the way that we view marriage currently, the way the younger generation is viewing it, we're seeing the outcomes to be similar. We're seeing people that are dating for 10 years breaking up. We're seeing people that are married for 10 years getting divorced. We're seeing the same outcomes. So if I'm going to look at two outcomes and I say, well, the outcomes of me having a girlfriend can be the same outcomes as the outcome of me being married, then why would I pick the one with the higher risk? It just logically, as men being logical beings, that doesn't make sense.
Because we're leaving out a lot of context here. Marriage typically involves children. Typically, it is going to involve children, and I don't know. Everybody's like Uncle Ricky put it masterfully. Shan broke it down masterfully. So I'm gonna try to add something to it. I gave you the stat that 80% of Fortune 500 CEOs are married. There's a reason for that. Men that detail their life in a certain way, especially at a certain age, want to appear more disciplined to the community. And in an effort to appear more disciplined, you're going to do what I call a gesture of formality in every area of your life. Whatever is fluid, you're going to make it formal. I don't want just a girlfriend because that don't look like I take myself too seriously. I'm going to get me a wife. I'm going to make a gesture of formality. And on the topic of family and a woman and all of that, you're also making a gesture of authority. If my girlfriend has kids by me and in the hospital wants to put her last name down on the birth certificate, I'm not married to her. So now we just fighting over who last name the baby should take. I put that ring on her finger as a gesture of authority. My kids got my last name. Ain't no fuss about that.